And the other thing is you're already emailing the local residents about when the trucks are coming, so that helps them as well. That gives them a time to plan their schedule and to make sure that we're not in that way. This is a very, very important protest that is happening. It's got to happen, and we can't do it in half an hour. It's ridiculous. We're here for we're sitting out on this ditch 24 hours a day, 24/7, and to give us half an hour. That's not going to fly.
I mean, that was only,
all right, I know. Okay, your first bid.
Initial consideration.
I mean, we would like a 2-hour period a day. I'd like 2-hour period a day where we make a protest out of the 24.
Would you agree then that within that 2-hour period that there is a period of static protest at the bottom of Barton Moss Road and a period of static protest outside the drilling site, which we've now come to an agreement, if you remember. Now we've got that drilling, that static process outside the drilling. We incorporate that within the 2 hours. So we say, 45 minutes we're walking along Barton Moss Road, we're incorporating the 30 minutes at the bottom there, 30 minutes at the top, that's over 2 hours. Just
so as long as any truck is stopped, there's no point just standing there, is there?
Yeah, I was going to say that's what my input was going to say then. If that's the case, then there's got to be some sort of, if there's protest going to be on the road, there's got to be lorries on the road. And obviously you've got 2 lanes, you've got a double lane out there, so...
Yeah, we certainly don't want to see the A57.
Back up, so... Yeah. But if there's going to be... If the protest is going to be somewhere, then there's got to be at least a time span on that road where maybe half an hour, 40 minutes, where that road is blocked up with the lorries and the presence of us, presence of use, before we move. There's got to be at least that.
I wouldn't be looking at... Again, that's one of our arterial roads, etc. It goes through, obviously, to the M60. I'm just wondering whether that static protest could be the bottom of Barton Moss Road. You're just in the lay-by there before the HGVs arrive.
No, that's
not going to. There's no significance there. There's got to be a significance of a protest that people can see, and awareness. There's got to be that. Otherwise, then it's just like we'll come in here and it's out the way in the middle of a field. Then that's not going to be awareness.
That's no use to us. It doesn't achieve anything.
Okay. It doesn't show our presence. For those who've just arrived, this is just about engaging now in dialogue. We're going to be working together, and I see the word working together being really important for the next 2 to 3 months. You are a community yourself. We are policing the community, we're policing the local community, and we are facilitating peaceful protests.
Without any community consent.
And it's really important that we have these meetings. And I know you're meeting with the police liaison officers, and I know they're doing a really good job. I'm getting feedback from them, and I do speak to individually when we are down here on the protest days.
Yeah, well, completely aware of what they've brought here.
That is the perception we have of it.
Right.
So,
okay.
We don't.
You are.
There is only to be this.
You live in Barton?
No, I'm from Warrington, but I'm still a local.
Okay.
Are
you staying over in tents at the moment?
I have friends live just over there.
Okay.
I mean, I'm from Liverpool, and I'd say and I class that as local because this is the start of IGAS, and IGAS have got to cover the whole northwest, and they come to Manchester first, so the momentum's going to go here, and it's going to go south through Liverpool into
there are thousands of sites planned for the country, thousands.
I just
right?
wonder
They're all
how
local.
much liaison Greater Manchester Police has done with the council and with IGAS to determine whether this has actually got any social licence. To determine
what I meant to say is also as well. Sorry, what I meant to say. I'm not down here today to talk about powers, policy, who we're working with, who we're not working with. This is just purely. We've been doing this now for 2 weeks. The engagement so far has been with my police liaison officers. They are feeding your feelings back to me. They're certainly not feeling intelligence back to me, but they are feeling how you're feeling, the issues. I clearly, and so does the other commanders in the police, have concerns. Obviously, when it's windy, it's cold, hence why you're getting police officers coming down.
So you're saying first bid was 45 minutes. No. Second bid was 45 minutes, half an hour each end. Also no, because it doesn't mean anything to us front and back if nobody's there. So what we need really, if you say 45 minutes, we say 2 hours. Let's compromise at an hour and a half. We're out here 24/7.
I appreciate that.
You know, it's like we have a right to protest. We can do it anyway. We're prepared to be arrested. You will, you know, it's exactly what happened in Balcombe. You will arrest us, and we'll go to court, and you'll be wasting the judge's time. You'll be wasting the magistrates, as they did yesterday, are just angry at the way that you're applying the law. So it's like, you know, you can do that, and we'll get arrested. We'll go inside. We'll come back, and we'll do all this, and it'll go drag on.
That's the bit. That's the bit I'm trying to.
What you think are key people off the side, they'll just be replaced.
Yeah. We're not. I assure you, we're not identifying key individuals.
We've got video footage of conversations that are having to say otherwise.
Well, as the bonds command on the ground, we're not identifying key individuals. We are arresting those who are breaking the law almost. You know, the arts are breaking. No, sorry, as in the terminology. It's the terminology. No, it's the terminology. It's breaking the law.
I guess they're breaking the law.
Between, you know,
Anyway,
inspectors to sergeants.
Arresting a woman for grabbing hold of her
So
boyfriend while your lad is charged at her, is that really
before it's happened.
necessary?
You know, and then teams moving into place and then just picking them up.
So,
you know.
so today's about coming up with a common understanding almost to say, if we can agree, you know, 2 hours is for the local community. Is potentially too much, unacceptable. Can we come up with an understanding? You're coming back down with an hour and a half. Are you suggesting that's from the bottom all the way through to the top?
I'm saying our protest, the walk down will take an hour and a half.
That walk then, at the moment, is literally toe to heel.
Yeah.
It's going to have to be a little bit quicker to do an hour and a
Well,
half.
we'll
Because
work the pace out.
toe to heel. No. I'm not saying no. If you're, I know.
Because I can't walk very fast because I'm due a knee replacement and then another one.
It might be then if you can't make that walk for your own health and safety.
But I can do it at a slow walking pace.
It will be a slow walking pace, an hour and a half down that road. It will be a little. Our compromise is that we're prepared to walk a little bit faster than we were.
Okay.
But
That's fine.
bearing in mind that we're here for 24 hours a day for this one moment.
Can I just thank you for that compromise? Initially, that hour and a half, we'd only gone about 200 metres. You know, if you're saying an hour and a half to go the full road, that certainly is. You know, we've gone a little bit further then today from initially the 2 hours. It certainly would have taken longer one day if, you know, if you hadn't speeding things up. So thank you for that compromise. Appreciate that. I think we'll test that out the next time we have some HGVs and some deliveries, and we'll see how that goes. If we can speak to you on the day and it's not going that speed and we're not going to make it an hour and a half, would you agree to work with us to speak to everybody on the day to say,
well, no,
look, we
because
have...
what you've got to understand, which is very, I appreciate this, is very hard for you to understand, right? I don't mean to be patronizing. It's very hard to understand. This is a horizontal power structure. It really is.
We have no
right?
leadership here.
So there aren't leaders. No one can speak for everybody.
Sure.
And so I couldn't tell you, I might give you an assurance, and I couldn't tell you, but I will, from my part, I think that we do need to communicate.
Good.
That, you know, your job is to protect and to not us and our right to protest. And what you'll find in the courts, which is absolutely clear, I've been to the High Court and many magistrates' courts sitting and watching, is that the courts themselves hold our right to protest very, very high, above and beyond trespass. And we
have a right of assembly, a human right.
We get that sense, and we don't like it. And we are actually embodying a very fine British institution, which is the right to protest, and that's how it's held in the High Courts of Justice. And we will win on that basis every time that you try and infringe that. So we do want to. We appreciate you've got a job to do too, and we do want to work together. We don't want to be arrested particularly, and we certainly don't want any violence or pain physically from you or any other way. And we do appreciate the people that are around us, but they have got to appreciate that we're here for them, and the fact that they're asleep to the consequences of what might be happening here is something that we just have to deal with. So yeah. What we can do is we'll work out the sort of pace it takes to take an hour and a half to walk down there.
I would say as well that you would gain more respect from the local community as well if you were walking with us and supporting the protests, because that is what your responsibility as a police officer is.
Absolutely.
I mean, there's something about the way you guys are being, to be honest, coming out not from this area, the way that this particular police force is perceived, not good. I mean, I guess you know that. It's really not good.
Okay.
So there has to be a shift. We're prepared to shift. We just want to stop fracking. We're not against you. We're not against you unless you start infringing our rights, unless you start breaking the law. If you start
Start
breaking
hurting
the law,
us,
then,
do you know what I mean?
we will do what we can do to make sure that our position is maintained.
Okay.